Hello everyone, we are live. I'm just going to wait a couple of moments for everyone to come in and join us. We're probably going to be posting this in a couple of different groups, so you'll be able to see it live. Today I'm going to be making this card, this Life is Art card. I posted this in a couple of groups showing our brand new Mandala dies that will be here in July. It's in our July catalog, our July release, and I'll show you what those look like as well today. But we're doing a couple of really cool and really different techniques today that involve deco foil and thermo web products, which I have been just head over heels about for the past couple of days. So when I get head over heels for something, I want to show you exactly what I've done with those products. So this card has a lot of dimension. You'll see it's popped up in a couple of places. It's a 6x6 card, which is my favorite size. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to get started. So let me put this card over to the side here. And I'm going to show you the Mandala dies first. So the Mandala dies are not available yet, but they will be available very soon. I want to show you the sizing of them because they are a very large die. So let me take them out of, this is my sample packs, but I'll show you how large they are. Hello, Lainey. So this is how big the Mandala dies are. You can see it in comparison to my hand. This is a very large die. My favorite part of the Mandala dies is they are separate pieces. And I'm going to put this one back together because I do have another one to show you. But I'll show you why that's important and why that's something that's really, really cool and unique about the Mandala die. Now, second, we have this die. So if you don't want something that's super, super intricate and super, super detailed like the one we're using today, we do have this simpler version. Again, ginormous. This one kind of resembles a daisy or a flower. And again, this piece pops out. So imagine the possibilities of what you can do with these dies. And I'll show you what we can do with one of the sets today. So first and foremost, what we're going to do is I'm going to prep the different layers. So I always work from the bottom of my card up. So what we will first need is we're going to need one of my 6x6 card bases. These are available at brutusmonroe.com. They come in a pack of 12. They come with the envelopes. They're really, really easy to grab and go. They are my go-to card base because I love working in a square. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull out one of my card bases. Really easy peasy. And I'm also going to be using a piece of our surface board. So surface board is a really unique and different type of a product. It is very similar to a I guess you would say almost like a tack board or a tag board or a like a thicker board, but it does have loose fibers in it, so you can cut it, you can emboss it, you can do all sorts of really, really cool and intricate things with it. Now, I already have mine cut down. It comes in 5x7, but it also comes in a giant pack, which I'm going to grab real quick. And by grab, I'm going to grab it from Heather. It also comes in a giant 12x12 configuration, which this is nice for your die cutting machines. This is great for, you know, if you want to cut it down and you want, good morning, Vivian from California. So this is really cool. And then it also comes in this size as well. I don't need either of these, so I'll hand these off so they're out of the way. But luckily, in true live and living color style, we already have this cut down and ready to go. So we have a lot of the pieces cut down and ready to go, although I will show you how to do them, but we want to kind of save on time, because if we did this whole card from start to finish, it would, you know, be an hour show showing you every step of the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my surface board. Let me move or actually I'll flip my grid mat around so that you can see where my card base is here. And we're going to do this as a top opening card. So just always make sure that you have your little piece down here. I've always said that I wanted to make a card base that had an arrow that pointed to where the opening is, because you're always covering up your card base. So the arrow, I think, would be helpful so that you're not grabbing for things. So now I'm also going to grab the mini ThermoWeb tape runner. I absolutely love this runner. I am very, very generous with the tape that I use on the surface board because the surface board is very, very heavy duty. So we want to make sure we get a lot of adhesive on the back of this piece here. So I'm just applying all of the adhesive on the back, and we're just going to, you can see how much adhesive is on there in the light. So I'm going to go ahead and place this right on our card front. And there we go. Perfect. And you can see that's the first, oh my goodness, it's Friday, the first layer of our card. Easy peasy. So now let's go take a look at what our next layer of our card is going to be. So that's going to be this beautiful outer layer here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to cut out that outer layer very quickly. I'm going to show you how to cut it out in a piece of the peel and stick deco foil toner sheets. Now I would suggest there's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can do it with the peel and stick. You can do it with just the regular everyday toner sheets. I've done them both ways, and I'll show you how to do them both ways, because I guess it's a good time to make the announcement. If you go on to brutusmonroe.com right now, we actually are now carrying ThermoWeb products. So that's really exciting. I'm really excited that we'll have them in store. So if you are in the Pittsburgh area, Tammy, I saw you poke in. If you're in the Pittsburgh area, you can come and you can grab any of the ThermoWeb products that we're carrying, but you can also go right online at brutusmonroe.com and pick up my favorites. So it's right at the top. You can't miss it. If you go to the top of brutusmonroe.com, you can grab any of the products that I'm using today, and they will be shipped out to you probably after the 4th of July holiday. We'll try to get them to you sooner, but it's most likely going to happen after the 4th of July holiday. So I'm grabbing my Big Shot. I know you guys are going to say, Christopher, you usually use your Cuttlebug. Why are you using a Big Shot? The reason I'm using a Big Shot is because these dies are incredibly intricate. Now, you can cut them out with a Cuttlebug. You sure can. It's not a problem in the world, but I like to use my Big Shot with my precision base plate. You can see this precision base plate has been used within an inch of its life because I have cut out many a Mandala, but you can use just a regular Cuttlebug. It's no big deal. You'll be just fine using a regular Cuttlebug. So I'm just going to show you how to cut this out, and then I am going to show you what the finished product looks like, because we're not going to have you wait and watch me, poke all these pieces out. So we're going to go ahead, and this is what I do. So basically, you need it on tab 2. You need your precision base plate, or you can just use a regular cutting plate. You're going to put your sticky side down, then your Mandala down to that to the precision base plate on top, and then you're going to roll the whole thing through. Now there is going to be some resistance, only because this is a very intricate die, and obviously what you're putting through is a little bit of a thicker material because it does have that adhesive on the back. But I promise you it will cut out just fine. So let me get the Big Shot out of the way, because that's the only time that I'm going to use that. And let me just show you here. I'm also going to get this out of the way, all these pieces out of the way, because we are done. I'm going to show you how beautifully this cuts out. So, look, it's literally just falling out of the die, which is incredible. But what's great about it is, hold on one second, let me pull. This is actually just the liner is breaking off, which is incredible, because literally the liner is just falling right off of this piece. And you're just going to kind of use your pokey tool, and you're going to peel off, and I'll show you here really quickly what the actual finished stickered piece is going to look like. And then I'm going to grab my already finished one, because that makes life so much easier. But it's very intricate. So you're going to want to, take your time, and you're going to want to pull all of the pieces off. And again, for sake of time, and again, so you can see the liner is just peeling right off of there. Let me just try to move all these pieces, and that's why we cut one earlier, because I knew there was going to be lots of pieces that we're going to. This is the toner sheet, yes. So I'm just popping out the pieces here, and you'll see it's all just popping. It's popping right out. So you see it's a little bit trickier only because there is adhesive, so you've got to kind of work with it. But see, it is all coming. It's all coming off. I just want to grab our finished one for the sake of time. So you can see all the pieces. You just have to work with it and get it all out. So I'm going to move that off to the side. Take that. Yep, thank you. And then, of course, you have this piece left over too. So don't throw this away. You have this piece left over. So Now, the one that I did earlier, and here you can take a look at it. Look at how, let me use the back of this. Look at how beautiful that turns out. So I have 2 of them. Now I did this one a little bit differently because I want to show you a different technique, and that is something else that we're carrying now at Brutus Monroe, which are the sticky dots. These are my new secret weapon for putting things onto cards like this, and I will show you why in just one moment. So let me grab, I had a piece of cardstock to run through the machine. So I'm gonna grab, actually let me just grab my, toner real quick. And we're just gonna take a piece of cardstock, fold it in half, and that's what we're gonna run our die cut piece through with. And let's see, what color will we use today? It's so great when you cut, I get my foil and I cut it down into 6 by 6 pieces right out of the gate, and I put them all in a basket like this so they're ready to go. You can just do it right on your paper trimmer. So I'm going to take our larger outer mandala piece. Remember, these pieces are separate, so you don't have to use them together, which is really, I think, one of the best parts of the die. So this is going to hang off a little bit, but that's not going to hurt anything. And I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to, whoopsies, okay. I'm going to fold this piece down. I'm using a piece of cardstock as opposed to the parchment, only because this is so intricate that we want to make sure that everything stays, hello Laura, that everything stays, oh, let me grab my mink. You guys are probably like, what are you putting that for? I want to make sure that everything stays flat because it is such an intricate die cut. Now you can, of course, go ahead and you can take your entire toner sheet, and actually foil that first. You can do that. That's completely fine. I'm just kind of working backwards, but it doesn't make a difference how you do it. It really doesn't. So basically what we're attempting to create here is this back layer of foiling, okay? And I'm going to show you how we're going to attach it onto this piece here, which is really, really cool, and I can't wait for you to see how that's going to work. So we're basically demystifying the you know, look of this very, very complicated card. And I think it was Lainey. I saw someone say that it would be a beautiful wedding card, and I cannot agree with you more. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our little intricate piece here, and you'll see how beautifully it foils. So now do you see that? I mean, imagine this as a wreath. You may very well see this as a wreath on the cover of our holiday catalog, so stay tuned. You never know. And I'm just going to move this stuff out to the side. And now let me tell you about sticky dots. So let me tell you about a sticky dot. So sticky dots I'm obsessed with, because sticky dots, let me give you a little kind of overview of what they are. So it's a sheet of sticky dots, if that makes sense. it's the name is sticky dot sheet, and that's what it is, if you can believe it. So what this is when you pull it off of its backer, and it's nice because they have what I call a score line in it, and the score line helps you to pull it off of its backer. But when you pull it off of its backer, there's a release paper here, and there's a bazillion little sticky dots, literally a bazillion. And when you peel it off of its backer here, all of those sticky dots are going to adhere onto a very fine and delicate image. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm just going to set this down right here, and then I'm going to take my fine image, and I'm going to place it half onto this sheet. And then I'm going to take the release paper, and I'm going to push it down. I'm going to push it down, and I'm going to burnish it. You're going to be a little bit more careful than I'm being. But I'm going to push it down, and I'm going to burnish it, and I'm going to do it one more time, a little bit closer up to the edge, and I'm going to pull it up. And the beauty of this is now I can peel off this piece here. And the thing that was so astonishing to me yesterday, and now I'm getting stuck to things, is that this is probably one of the finest die cuts that I have ever cut out in the history of me cutting out die cuts. And look at how it is not ripping, it is not pulling, which is what I've experienced with other machines that do a similar process. It's not ripping, it's not pulling, it's putting the adhesive exactly where I want it to be. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this guy over now. And I'm just going to take a look at where I still need the adhesive, which is right here on this side. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Just place it down. Take my take my little sheet here and just push it right on this area here. Then I'm going to lift it up, lift the whole piece up, which I've now stuck it down to this. I would probably suggest doing this on a like a non-stick mat would probably be easier. But you're just going to pull this piece off of here. And again, I'm doing it live. You'll be able to focus a little bit more when you're doing it. But I'm just going to pull this piece off. And again, just keep going all the way around. And now this very, very intricate die cut is completely adhesified. So don't throw this away. There's still a lot of really good adhesive on there. Just take your release sheet and place that right on top. And you can reuse this over and over again. So don't throw away that sticky dot sheet. So now I'm going to take my piece here, take my card here, and moving everything around. I should have taped down my grid. And now all you're going to do is you're just going to place this ever so delicately right onto your card front. And now, my friends, we are halfway there. So I'm just placing that down, and look at how beautiful and, I mean, radiant that is on our card front. So now you can see how simple that was. I mean, really couldn't be simpler. And now we're going to continue on to the next part. Now, something that's really cool about this die that I want to show you is there are what I call leftover pieces that happen when you cut them together. So basically, when you cut out this die, which I don't know where my big, oh, here it is. When you cut out this die, oh, it would be beautiful for Christmas cards, Beth. When you cut out this die, you get this leftover piece here, okay? So you get this leftover piece. What that leftover piece generates is this piece, okay? It generates this piece, okay? So let me grab this guy here, okay? So this is what we want, because we want it to look like it has been raised up on the card. So we wanted to create an illusion that this is the same piece, but it's just been raised up. So let's move our card out of the way. And for sake of time, again, this very, very intricate piece here, I already cut that out. And I cut it out of the self-adhesive. This is a B6 size card, which is a card size we made up, which is a 6x6, and it just stands for Brutus 6. So that's, if you look at your grid mat, if you have one of our grid mats, the B6 is our size of card. So you can see how intricate this die is. So in order for you not to watch me, doing, the weeding and the pulling out the pieces for a couple of minutes here, although it's very therapeutic, we already cut it out, and I just want you to see how intricate and beautiful. I mean, to be able to get this die and to use it over and over again on envelopes or cards or, whatever, the sky's the limit. So now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to place this right in the center of that piece there. And it's already sticky. That's the beauty of it. So now you can see, thank you, Royce. Now you can see that's on there. That's not going anywhere. So now we have a piece on top of a piece, and it's already sticky because and that's the beauty of this. This is all, I mean, I can't say it enough. This is already sticky. So when you run it through your die cutting machine, the work is half done. I mean, it's incredible how quickly that works. So now let's grab a different color. What color did I use here? I used lapis. So on this one, we'll use the emerald. And again, you can now get all of these goodies right at brutusandroad.com. And I've lost my, how did I lose my little, oh, here it is. Thought I lost my cardstock piece again. So now we can run this whole thing through the laminator, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to grab my piece here, and I'm going to grab our new little mandala that's going in the center. I'm going to grab my foil, close it all up there. I'm going to run this through the machine. While that's going through the machine, we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp. So I already have an extra piece of the surface board that's already cut out and already ready to go, okay? So I'm going to grab one of our stamps. Today I'm going to be using the Life is Art stamp again. This is from the set that's called Be Brave. It's on brutusandroad.com. If you're shopping for any deco foil goodies today, you can also, possibly get the stamp that we're using for the card. And I'm using some of our detail ink, which is always my go-to black ink. And I'm just inking that up. I'm going to put my ink back, and I'm just going to stamp that right in the center there. Okay, and there you go, easy peasy. So let me put all my pieces away here, and let's see. Okay, so now you can see Life is Art, very simple and easy to make this card. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull this piece out, and it's literally probably going to pull itself off because that's how easy it is to use this foil. And now I'm just going to peel this piece off and wait until you see the reveal. Oh my word, gets me every time. Every time. Look at how beautiful and simple that was to do. And again, you can get all the foils now here, which make it so simple, so simple to do these pieces. So now all we're going to do is now it's assembly. It's assembly time. It's very easy. I told you guys this card was easy. You just had to know the steps. So now I'm going to grab the adhesive foam squares. These are 3D foam squares, again, from, your husband's going to kill you, Tammy, from Thermoweb. And again, these are available at brutusmonroe.com now. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I think I used maybe, I mean, I'm very, very liberal when it comes to my foam squares. I use quite a few of them. I am not shy when it comes to a foam square. Only because if you're sending something through the mail, obviously you want to make sure that you have a lot of backing on it. So we'll go ahead and grab these. That's okay, Lainey. You'll get it. Everyone has struggled with these projects at one time or another. But I promise, you just watch a lot of tutorials and you take your time. I mean, taking your time is really the key. There's a lot of tutorials that you'll watch where folks are very quick and they, you see YouTube, and I dare to say that a lot of things are edited. So you think that you're not, I'm turning off this mink because the mink always sounds like it's literally a ticking time bomb. I don't know if any of you have a mink and you experience the same thing, but it makes these noises like within 30 seconds, the whole entire place is going to go up in flames. So I'm going to go ahead and take this piece now, and what's beautiful is we removed this piece from, where did that go? From this die. So it's automatically going to fit perfectly in here. So do not ever get rid of any of those pieces, because that's when you can layer and do some really, really cool things. So that's going to fit perfectly in here. And I designed it so it's asymmetrical, so no matter where you put it. How long does it take you generally to make such a card? To make a card like this, yesterday, I think it took me maybe like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It's going to take you a lot longer when you're creating the concept of the card. For me, and my team will probably agree, it takes me, once I have an idea, I am like a crazy person to try to get it from my mind to a card. So for this one yesterday, it was like literally the end of the workday, and I was like, all right, guys, I have to figure out how to do this card. So probably I'd say about 20 minutes. The longest part of it was taking out all of these pieces. So that's why it took a little bit longer. But the thing is, once you start getting moving and grooving and you're creating all of these, you can get stuff done, I mean, really quickly. Oh yeah, and Heather just did this one in the time that we've been chatting. So it doesn't take, oh, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 more foam squares. Actually, let's do 3. Let's get crazy. It's Friday. Let's use 3. So we'll use 3 foam squares. Let me move this out of the way. And I love how sparkly that card is right now on the screen. It's just, I mean, imagine giving this card, sending this card to somebody. And once you have, I mean, I'm going to be sending these cards to everybody that I know, because I cannot get enough of this particular card, and it's simple to make, and it's simple to do a whole bunch at one time. You just got to, kind of get in an assembly line sort of a situation. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and just place Life is Art right on the top. And there we go. So that is the finished product. There's lots of dimension. So I'll have to send one to all you guys. And this is the one that I did yesterday. So they're a little bit different. As you can see, I mean, they're very similar in their creation. But the cool thing about it is when somebody gets a card like this, they're you know, they'd be confused to figure out how this was done and how you did all these layers. And a card like this would be at least, I'd say $9 at Target, at least $9. And it's so simple and easy to make cards like this. So I want to show you one more thing that's really, really cool. So, okay, so I'm going to take, so Heather earlier was playing around with our different, oh yeah, let's show this. Heather made this earlier. We're in a foil frenzy. We're in a foil frenzy today. Oh, thank you, Laura. We're in a foil frenzy today at Brutus Monroe, and she did this. She embossed it, and it's just, I mean, it's incredible. Is this, you didn't use one of my embossing folders, did you? No. No. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because the embossing folders don't exist yet. So, well, now you know they exist. We have embossing folders coming, everyone. Surprise. Hello, ThermoWeb. Thank you for joining us. So this is the tag that Heather did, and you can see she used our "I'll always love you." Isn't it beautiful? And these are our she's been playing away this morning in the studio, which is awesome. And she embossed the owls, and she did some Zig Clean color, and you can see it looks like pressed metal. This is the stamp that she used. Yeah, we have embossing folders coming. I believe in August. Yes, August. And actually, if you guys want to see a sneak peek, I'll show you them. I think Heather knows where they are. They are actually, I believe they're in, oh, are they right there? Perfect. So yeah, so this is it. So now let me show you. Let me put this to the side. These are the things that she used on it. All of our, let me just make sure that these are all of them. Yep. All of our, I'll show you what they look like in 1 second, friends. I'll show you a sneak peek. So all of our papers that we have that are black and white, so meaning our butterfly elements, our sand dune, our, I'm trying to think, our pumpkins, I can't remember exactly what that pumpkin set is called, tangled elements, the tangled elements paper pad, the pumpkin set, they're already foilable. So you are, if you own them right now, if you have them right this very second, you can foil them. They're not becoming foilable later. They're already foilable. So if you have the Tangled Elements paper pad, if you have the Mixed Elements paper pad, this is probably one of my absolute favorite paper pads we've ever done. This is also a favorite because they come with, you can see here, they come with, oh, this is really cool. I didn't know that this is now on the back of it. So what's inside, you can see you get all sorts of different elements. So that's really, I'm excited that they put that in there. I don't know why this guy doesn't have that, but the Tangled Elements has what's inside as well. But that's really cool. Okay, perfect. So yeah, isn't it funny when I discover things on paper pads when we're live? But you can see all the things you get inside, but these are already foilable. So let me pass these off so I could show you what was foiled earlier. And let me put this under here so that it doesn't mess with the light. So this is what Heather did earlier. Look at those foiled butterflies. And I just think that that is just incredible. I'm going to turn my Mink back on because I have an idea that I want to show you because we're still under 30 minutes. But look at how that's foiled. Imagine this being watercolored. Oh, thank you, Lainey. I love discovering things. And these are using the Rebecca Meyer, and I still hope I'm saying her name right, New Penny. So that's just, I think that's spectacular. I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. I'm going to hand this off. So now I'm going to show you what I'm fixing to do. So I'm going to take this already adhesive backed piece, okay? This already adhesive backed piece, and I'm going to use the leftovers. So the leftovers from what she did earlier, look at how beautiful. You can still see those butterflies, right? So let's not waste that. Let's use that, right? I mean, why not? We should, because we have it, and we don't want to waste any of our foil, right? I mean, that would just be silly. So we're going to take this, and I have another one that I want to show you that I'm going to do as well. You can just hand me the other one of this, or just set it right there so it doesn't get lost down there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and let's just place it on here, and we can place it wherever. And I'm going to run this through the machine. I'm going to show you how we can make another quick card from our leftover pieces. So I'm going to run that through there. And then I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to, Oh, and just a reminder, as I'm seeing some orders come in, so first of all, thank you. Second of all, if you spend $75 or more at brutusmonroe.com, you get free shipping. So that, just a heads up, you get free shipping if you spend $75 or more. So, and the reason I'm saying that is I just saw an order come over because it popped up on the monitor that there was an order. If you guys heard that little ching, it was an order that was of that amount, so they'll get free shipping. I don't know who it was, but thank you to whomever placed that order. And we're just going to do this Be Brave, which is one of my favorites. So now, what we're going to do is I'm going to peel this piece off. And now, I can't wait. Did you just hear the ooh and the ah from the office? The ooh and the ah from the studio? Now look at this. The website is brutusmonroe.com. www.brutusmonroe.com. Heather will throw it up there real quick. Now let me do you one better. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? The peel and reveal. Oh, we're taking that. We're going to say that all day. Taking it to the bank. Okay, so let me show you. Now let's take it one step further. Are you guys ready? Hold on to your seats. I hope you're sitting down. We're going to take it one step further. Now I'm going to take my favorite, which is the lapis. Well, one of my favorites. All the watercolors are my favorites. I can't really pick a favorite. And then I'm going to run this through again, because now, brace yourselves, there is leftover space, right? There's leftover space on that piece that hasn't been foiled yet. Are you following me? Is everybody following me? There's leftover space that hasn't been foiled that we now need to add additional color to. Lady said, I can't handle this. So since there's extra space that hasn't been foiled, we need to foil that. So that's what we're going to do right now. And then I'm also going to show you a really cool technique with, I don't know if I have any more sticky back pieces, but that's okay. We can always add adhesive to it. It's no big deal. So, get ready. Now I want to show you how beautiful this piece is going to be. Now, the peel and reveal. It's the peel and reveal, Thermoweb. The peel and reveal. Okay, so let me show you. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I can even show you guys this. It might be too good. Okay, I'll show you. Look at these butterflies. Now this isn't going to do it justice because there's so much light, but if you were here in real life with me, which I hope you all do come and see me someday, if you could see what this looks like, maybe if I put it down here a little bit further, it is beyond stunning. Do you see those butterflies? I'm going to try to turn it so you can see it. The butterflies now have a watercolor behind it. Now, guys, the best part of this, and I have to giggle, was this is from the leftover piece that we already foiled on the paper. So there's literally no waste. I mean, there's negative waste. It was going in the trash if you weren't to reuse it. So look at these. I mean, my goodness, you guys, look at that. And now the best part of this is adhesive backed. So you can literally take this piece off, stick it onto a card, add a sentiment, and you're off to the races. That's all you need to do. So now let's take it one step further, shall we? Let's kick it up just one extra notch, because you know me, and if you guys have been following me for a while, I am not satisfied with, you can just keep using the deco foil until the sheet is empty. I know. I can't, you guys, I can't get enough. I really can't. So let's take it one step further. Are you ready? One step further. So I have this piece that's left over, okay? So I'm getting ready to really, I'm getting really excited if you guys haven't noticed. So I'm going to take this piece here. This is what I live for, you guys. This is why I knew I was born to do this, because this stuff just makes me so excited. So if you could grab me a piece of tape. Actually, I think I have. I'm going to use a piece of low-tack tape here because I don't want to use, I mean, it doesn't really matter because you say, oh yeah, if you could grab me, perfect, thank you. And we're just going to try to make sure that this is kind of centered. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry about it if it's not. But I think you guys kind of see where I'm going here. So just make sure that it's kind of, let's see. Let's make sure that it's kind of lined up here. I want to make sure that it's kind of in the right place. And again, if it's not going to hurt anything. You just want to kind of zhuzh it into the right place. And I'm going to add my tape here. I think I just saw someone post something and I missed it, but that's okay. So this should be almost in the right place. If it's not perfect, that's okay, because we want it to be really cool. His is what Chris does to it. Okay. Oh, I'm pushing. Wait, I'm pushing what?
The laminator.
Oh, I'm pushing the laminator.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to add this right into the center here, and I know that this might not be perfectly centered because I am doing it live, but that's okay because it can be a little bit off center, a little bit off from what you would, you know. It doesn't have to be perfect. Visit me in the nut house. Okay, and I'm going to grab a piece of just plain, oh, don't want another machine. Well, if you just need a laminator, is all you need. I mean, really, just get yourself a laminator. That's all you need. My very first laminator came from Aldi, of all places. Aldi is where my first laminator came from. So I'm just going to cut this piece down, because we're going to use it as the background piece. And, yeah, and this doesn't take up too much space. I think this one might be discontinued, though, but I'm sure that we can find you a laminator. Don't worry. I'm sure we can find you a laminator. So let's go ahead and peel and reveal. I'm remembering. I got it, ThermoWeb. I see you. I got it. I got it. So now I'm just going to peel this off. And I want you to see. Oh my goodness, it worked. The foil gods are in our favor today, folks. They are in our favor. Just going to peel off. This is just like a Post-it tape. So I'm just going to peel off the back here, and now let me show you. Look at how that's perfectly centered. But, hold on, there's more. So, this is the watercolor, which is my absolute favorite. Yes, the foil gods are in our favor. Okay, so let me go ahead and now let's take it one step further, because I'm not satisfied with just that beautifulness. Let's take it one step further. And let's add some gold, a different shade of gold in the center, okay? And you're going to see cards made with all of this stuff. Single-handedly destroy yourself. I'm sorry. I apologize. I do. But the thing is, it's so much fun. Oh, and of course, the Decofoil gel. We are carrying this as well. You saw me use this the other day. I'll if you could grab the two cards that I made so that we can show them what you can do with that beauty. Okay, while that's going through, I'll show you this. So you can see, and this is our ink is completely dry on here. It's not going anywhere. Surface ink works. But this area here is the transfer gel. So, yeah, there's other options other than the machine as well. You could do sticky, and there's a lot of things you could do. So here you can see it gives like a raised, oh, it's just so cool. And our ink it's not going anywhere. It's permanent on there, which is just, I mean, I can't get enough of the fact that our surface ink is permanent on Decofoil. So, okay, so I'm going to pull this out, and then we're going to be rocking and rolling, and we're going to head off because I still have a lot of work to do on this Friday, but I would stay here and chat with you guys forever if I could. So let's go ahead and reveal, oh my goodness. I can share this with you guys, but don't tell anyone else because I can't get over how stunning. Actually, tell everyone. I'm going to tell the mailman. Our mailman could care less about foiling, but I'm going to tell him when he comes in on Monday, I'm going to say, I need to show you something, sir, because you need to see how this foiling works. Oh, my word. Okay, hold on. Stop everything. Stop everything. I'm going to reveal those embossing folders. Don't worry, Tammy. I'll show them. Okay. Okay. Here it is. Look at this. And this is all literally, you guys, it's from using garbage. I mean, literally what we would be putting in the trash. This is what we're using. These are leftovers. I don't know how I can screw it. These are literally leftovers that we're using here. And look at how that's perfectly cut out. These are leftovers from what we were otherwise using on the card. So, there you go. So it's just it's the pull off from this. I mean, literally, and look at, I can't. We have to save all of these things because I'm going to be making a lot of really cool things with those things later on. Okay, so now let's talk about embossing folders. They're not here yet. Yeah, I showed those. They're not here yet, but they will be soon. So I'll show you what the embossing folders look like real quick. I must say that this is probably one of the most exciting things for me, only because I never thought that I'd have embossing folders. Embossing folders were probably one of the very first things that I really got excited about in the industry, and oh, thank you, Beth. So having embossing folders, it might sound silly to, you know, as a designer to have embossing folders, but I always wanted embossing folders. So I'm so excited to share my 4 embossing folders with you. So here's what they look like. They, of course, have the Brutus Monroe packaging. Now, let me show you how cool they are. So this one is called Petal Lace, and this is what it looks like. And oh, I'm sorry. Nope, this is the wrong packaging. Is this one? Oh, this one, the packaging is changing. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. This packaging is changing. This is they put the same image on this, but I can show you what it looks like. It's very intricate. It's very different. Of course, it has the Brutus Monroe emblem on it, so you know that it's a Brutus Monroe folder. But I can't wait for you guys to see these in the July catalog and see what we could do with these. Oh my word. Okay, so that's number 1. It's called Petal Lace. Next is, this one is actually, no, this one's called Petal Lace. This one is in the wrong packaging. That's okay. That's why I shouldn't have probably shown it to you yet today, but that's okay because I wanted to show it anyway. So this is actually the Petal Lace, but this is actually what the picture looks like. So you can see what this embossing folder looks like. And then here is what the actual embossing is. And I can't wait till you see that we watercolor in these little areas, and you'll see. It's really cool once we actually show you. This one is called Aztec Stars, and I'll show you the picture on the back, and then I'll show you what it looks like on here. This would be really cool. It could be flowers, it could be stars, it could be bursts of light from a camera. It's, I mean, so cool. So cool. Okay, and then last but not least, we have Floral Burst, and this is probably, I don't know which one's my favorite. I can never say which one's my favorite. It's like having a favorite child, but this is a close contender, and this is what that embossing folder looks like. And these are 4 by 6 inch embossing folders. The price point is $6.99, Tammy. $6.99 a piece, but when they go live, you'll be able to get all 4 for $19.99. And I'm fanning myself with them right now because this machine it's like literally I'm right next to like a radiator. So I'm fanning myself right now with them. But $19.99 and you get all 4. That's the bundle price when you get them when they first release. But you can purchase them separately for $6.99. But $19.99 is what the bundle will be for you whenever they initially release. So I think it's like for a week they'll be $19.99. But I think you're really going to enjoy using these because they're actually called a deep impression embossing folder. Actually, what the hey? Let me just show you in store and online. Absolutely. Let me just show you one of these real quick. Do we have time? Yeah, we have a couple of minutes. Let me show you how these work real quick because now I'm excited. I'm excited to show you stuff. So let me get my paper trimmer, which I put down here. And now, can you just grab me the Big Shot? And then I'll need both of those. Sorry guys, we're doing this on the fly. Oh, I don't need this. It was just sitting there. I'll need both of the teal plates and the multi-purpose platform. I want to show you how these look. How these work with the surface board, because that's really what they were designed for. They were designed for use with the surface board because the surface board is a loose based piece here. Okay, I do not need this guy. Okay, so let me grab, we're gonna go to, I'm not good with the extended platform because I don't normally, it's terrible to say this, I don't normally use the Big Shot, but I've been getting more and more into using the Big Shot. So now we're just going to use one plate here, and then we'll use the surface board. So now I'm going to run the surface board through, and of course my embossing folders have a little slit here, so you can do just one little slice of paper if you would like. Oh, I was just in Chicago not that long ago. I was just in Chicago. When? April. In April. Okay, so now we've run that through. Oh yeah, and we have the Chicago, I think that was Laura. Did you see our Chicago snow globe? I think you I think you might have said you have the Chicago snow globe. I'm not sure. Heather was on top of it. She saw Chicago and she went and she grabbed that snow globe so I could show you. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this now. I'll just show you what this looks like. We're all set with this. So let me get it out of the way. It's kind of heavy duty. Oh, you got it? Perfect. Okay, Beth, that's okay. We're almost done. We're just doing the reveal now. Okay, you guys ready? Let me show you what these embossing folders look like. So here is the just one of the embossing folders. Look at the impression that you get with that. I mean, that's all you need for the background, really. Can someone grab me the alabaster ink real quick? I think it's in the second drawer down, the white ink, and I'll show you guys what this looks like. The Arizona globe will be here next month. It'll be here next month. Okay, so I want to show you with the alabaster ink how we can pick up, because these are so deeply impressed. I want to show you how we can pick up that color very simply and easily. Okay, there we go. Now you can really see what we have rocking and rolling. And there you go. Yep, it'll be here. Phoenix, Arizona will be here next month. And also Sydney, Australia is here next month. So there you go. That's what happens when you use one of the embossing folders. I mean, we basically created pattern paper in about 2 seconds, and that's just one of them. And now the deboss side is really cool too, because you can go in and you can paint these little areas. So you can do a lot with it. I mean, the sky's the limit. Always what I say, and we'll all say it together, create your own ending. You can do whatever the sky's the limit. You are not limited to anything but what you would like to create. So again, these are the 2 cards that we made today. I'm going to wrap up because we are almost at an hour, and I don't like to go past an hour. I actually don't like to go past a half an hour because I don't want to take up too much of your time. But these are the 2 cards. I made this one live today. If you're just catching the replay, I made this one yesterday. This was the example card that I got so excited that I wanted to show you exactly how to make it. Thank you all so much for joining in today. Thank you, a special thank you to ThermoWeb for being here today. I really appreciate that you guys stopped in to say hello and to help out a little bit. Stay tuned because we have a lot more products coming from ThermoWeb that will be here. I think probably about 2 weeks we'll have additional products that we are going to have in store, because I can't get enough of the ThermoWeb products. I'm in love with the deco foil, and I think you're going to see a lot of really cool different adhesives and things like that we're going to bring in with ThermoWeb that you'll be able to get directly in store or online. So thank you all so much for tuning in today. Thank you for being a part of my life. I can't even talk. Thank you for being a part of my life, and thank you for supporting Brutus and Rowe and my team. We really appreciate you. And other than that, I will let you go. Have a wonderful weekend and an extended weekend if you have a long weekend, and enjoy your 4th of July holiday. I will talk to all of you guys very soon. And remember, thank you, Gio. you can tell I'm getting a little bit of a dry mouth. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And remember, my friends, to always create your own ending. You have the power to achieve anything. Have a great day. Bye-bye.